Hi everybody, welcome to the Build-A-Bear system. I know we're supposed to be studying all of our notes and rests and how many beats they get. So what's up with the teddy bear, right? Well, I'm going to be showing you a system that's kind of related to Build-A-Bear. See, when you go to Build-A-Bear, they don't give you a nose first. They don't give you two eyes first. They don't give you his shirt first. They give you the bear. And then you build from there. So, keeping in mind that we have to have the bear first, I'm going to go down, get us a paper, and say, remember this when you're using this system. Our bear is going to be the whole note. So, let's start with a whole note. That's it. If you can remember the whole note and then follow this Build-A-Bear system, you're going to be able to get all the names of the notes and rests and how many beats they get down pat without any difficulty. So, just remember, start with a whole note. Then what do? Well, you go right down underneath, and guess what? You draw another whole note. But this time, add a stick to cut it in half, remember? Okay, now do it again. Go underneath, another whole note, and add the stick. This time color it in. Ooh, look what's happening here. Do it again. Go underneath, draw a whole note, add a stick, color it in, and a flag. One more time. Go underneath, draw a whole note, add a stick, color it in, put on a flag, put on another flag. Do you see what we've done? We've built all the notes off of a whole note. Just like in Build-A-Bear, you have to start with the note. Sorry. Did I say note? I meant bear. And then you add one thing at a time. A hole, then a hole with a stick, then a hole with a stick, color it in, then a hole with a stick, color it in, add a flag. Hole with a stick, color it in, add a flag, add another flag. Now, the next part of the system is to remember the order of the names. And they make sense. But this time, on a piece of scrap paper, or if you've asked permission from a teacher, because you can use this system in all kinds of classes and studies, if they let you use the margin of your test, and you're going to use a Build-A-Bear type system to do something on the test, once they've given you permission and you start to write these things, well, for us, we need to remember the order of the names. Start with the biggest one. Whole, half, quarter, 8, 16. Look at that. If you had that on the side, if it was written in your margin, how could you get the names of the notes wrong? Watch this. We're going to keep building. Remember, the whole thing started by just remembering to put a whole note on the paper. Go over to the other side. What is the biggest number that goes with the biggest note? 4. Keep going. Cut it in half. 2. Cut it in half. 1. Cut it in half. 1/2. Cut it in half. 1/4. Wow. Now if you had that on the margin of your test, and it all started by just putting a whole note on the paper and adding one thing at a time, and then the names, and then the beats, you couldn't get any of this wrong. What's left? That's right, the rests. So what do you do with the rests? Well, I find that if we take it one step at a time on this part, it goes pretty well. For example, the hat is the half. That's like the easiest one because the H is sitting right there. So, draw the hat. Well, we remember that the first one we learned, the biggest one, the whole, is the upside down version. There you go. There's the whole rest. Now come down. Wait a minute. In the middle, logically, use logic. That was that squiggly there's the quarter rest. And now all we have to do is these two. And if you remembered that 7 plus 1 is 8 and double the 16th, look at that. In a flash, you have all the names of the notes and the rests and how many beats they get. And you can picture this in your mind while you're taking a test or trying to recall a note or a rest that's on the board, or trying to look ahead when we're playing music to remember how many beats something gets. Or if we're taking a quiz or a test and you have the time and you've asked permission, you can use the margins of your paper to start with a hold note, and just like Build-A-Bear, a hole with a stick, color it in, a hole with a stick, color it in, add a flag, a hole with a stick, color it in, add a flag, add a second flag. Come back, whole, half, quarter, 8, 16. Come back, 4, 2, 1, 1/2, 1/4. Come back, the hat, upside down, squiggly thing, 7, and then double it. Think about this Build-A-Bear system next time we are going to take a test in class, and consider maybe using this trick to study for some of your other classes as well. Have a great day, everybody.